Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. I am Erica, psychic medium and priestess. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. This is a Pillar of Light channel. All the things, welcome in, welcome back. Okay, let's get into the message because I need to go cook myself something to eat for dinner. My body is craving, my body is telling me I need steak, so that's what I'm having for dinner. Anyway, so you've seen the title, you guys know why you're here. This is a message for the Divine Feminine. It's also a message for Divine Masculine, like if you are a masculine tuning in about your feminine, this will bring you like confirmation, maybe about what you're feeling, certain things like that. So I wrote it down on the back of like an envelope here for like one of my bills or whatever. Okay. So there's like a mixture of energy coming through here. So like one part of the message, I have no idea what the title is going to say, but one part of the message is that for, you know, Divine Feminine, you are in your romanticizing life again. I am getting so much emphasis with the sacral chakra, with the womb, with the belly. I'm seeing a great softening, and I keep seeing pink rose petals all around many of the feminines, okay? This is not going to be for everyone, so take this opportunity to be honest with yourself in this message, to really be like, is this really for me in this moment? Or is this for me like on a future timeline, right? Because it may not be for you right now, but that doesn't mean it's just not for you, period, right? So there's this great, it's like I just keep seeing all these beautiful flowers blooming, like going from the tight like rosebud to, you know, the rose, right? Where the petals are opening. So it's like feminine, your petals are opening. There's this, you're rebirthing. You're going through this beautiful rebirth right now. And you've already passed through the rebirth portal. Like the painful part of the birthing is done, basically. So now you're just integrating is what I want to say. But a lot of emphasis on the sacral chakra, which is a feminine center. It's a water energy. It's your, you know, sensual energy, passionate energy, creative energy, imaginative energy. It's like all of that lives within the sacral. Not to mention your sexual energy as well. So amazing job with that one, feminine, because it's like you're reconnecting to your feminine essence. Like you've been connecting with your femininity, you know, through the way of emotion, through the way of feeling, through the way of intuition, through the way of spiritual connection. But your womb birthing portal and your sacral chakra and your root, they've been blocked. They've been very blocked as you've been moving through whatever it is that you've been moving through. In fact, let's just get a card about this in this moment. So give me a message about the feminine and her sacral energy igniting. So it's like you're falling in love with yourself again. Like you're falling in love with your body again. You're reconnecting to your body. You know, I do this work daily with my clients, and oftentimes, you know, my clients' reaction when this kind of stuff comes through is, you know, like, oh, you need to connect with your body or whatever it is, right? They're like, oh, well, I do that. I do that. And I'm like thinking, well, obviously not to the level I'm talking about. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming up, you know, for you to a spiritual guidance for you to do this, right? When I say connecting to the body, I mean like you're reconnecting to your body. Like you are listening to your body. It's intuitive hits from the body. It's grounding the body. It's healing your nervous system. That's the big one right now. Like your nervous system, right? And probably most of you guys tuning in watching this, your nervous system is probably out of whack. But for a lot of you, it's not. For what, you know, you broke the programs, you broke the cycles, you broke the patterns, whatever it is, connected to, it's like you broke the cycles that created the anxiousness and the overstimulated nervous system, the survival mode. Like, that's what you broke. And that's why you're softening. That's why there's this beautiful softening happening within you. Okay? And for most of you guys tuning in on my channel, or if you're guided here, you've already met or connected to a divine counterpart. Basically, someone who probably activated you, had something to do with your awakening. The counterpart energy that I speak of, okay? Counterparts are not like toxic to each other. Well, like twin flames, like they're not toxic to each. It's so crazy because I seen like on Facebook earlier today, I seen like some twin flame reader who's in twin flame union for like, 8 years with their twin flame. And like everything this person was talking about, I was like cringing the entire time because I'm like, oh my God. And literally their channel and they have a bunch of followers on that channel on Facebook, like 200,000 followers. So every day they're speaking to 200,000 souls about the twin flame journey, and the people who run that page are not even twin flames. I, as a twin flame myself, and as a twin flame oracle, I just saw 717, which is a twin flame number. I can always feel the frequency. And immediately I felt, this is not twin flame energy. This is not twin flame energy. Yet they've built an entire business and career and have clients who they are walking through the twin flame journey and helping them, supposedly. Yet all the comments, okay, were super low vibrational comments, which your vibe attracts your tribe. So those people are literally fakes, frauds, even though I don't think they realize they are. Maybe they do. I don't know. I think like they really believe that they're twin flames. You see my candle? Did you see how the flame? Now it's totally still. There's no breeze in my house. There's nothing on. There's no fans. That was confirmation. Thank you, my beloved flame guardians. I'm a fire priestess, so fire is my thing. Exactly. So, beautiful feminine, you're doing a phenomenal job, first and foremost. You have reached this beautiful level of the unfolding. You have been, I'm seeing a ball of yarn. This ball of yarn, like all wrapped up tight. And right now I see the yarn, the ball is just unraveling. So you were wound up tight. You were balled up. An energetic, anxious mess. And you, through your own resilience and faith and inner guidance, you got yourself here now. I keep seeing pink flowers, pink. The color pink is very significant here. And the color pink, when it comes to this kind of connection, like pink roses and like the meaning behind it and the color pink and the energy behind it, it's very, very powerful. But for the feminine, it's this beautiful, soft, compassionate, self-loving, soothing, calm energy. The feminine that I'm channeling for today, she's, or he, because we all have the yin and the yang within. But the majority of you here, divine feminines, are women. So if you are a masculine tuning in who has been, you know, the feminine energy polarity in your divine union connection, you know, then you know, right? So anyways, so yeah, so you're blooming and blossoming, and there's all this new life and new fire in the year of the fire horse. There's this new passion and fire igniting within you. Like, see how this candle flame right here, like, you guys maybe not be able to see it. It's like burned down. It's like burned down, burn down. Hold on. See? Like almost to nothing, right? That's you. That was your inner fire, feminine. I love it, actually. It's very symbolic. We have the very low, almost gonna go out. And then we have this brand new long, and then the fire in this one is active and talking and confirming things. And this one's barely hanging on over here. You guys, that's so beautifully symbolic. And then we have the beautiful rose, like right here in the middle. Like, that is you. You are the beautiful rose. And this divine masculine, they see you as that. They feel you as that. Look at the flame. Look at the flame. That is wild. And then see, as soon as I say look and we draw our attention, it calms down again. Fire, I speak to you. Show me. Show us. Show us through the dancing flame. Is the divine masculine. Look at, I didn't even get a chance to ask my question, and I specifically asked for the dancing flame. That's what I call it. So when I work with my fire divination like this, that's what I call it. I call it the dancing flame. And look, it did it again. As soon as I said dancing flame, it started dancing again because it knows what I'm talking about. So me and fire, we're like this. We're like this sun. We're like this. Anyways, it's going crazy now. But what I was asking was, is the divine masculine being magnetized back right now to the feminine? Is that a yes? That's a yes. So you don't have to take it from Erica, but you can take it from the fire if you wish. Anyways, so let's get back to the message. So I want to ask really quickly. Tell me, can I get one card, please? I feel very called to pull a card for Moonology. Can you tell me about the softening of the feminine? So the feminine is this beautiful flower right now. She was the tight ball of yarn. She was the tight rosebud. And now she's blossomed. Her fire was burning so low. Fire is energy, like, right? So your fire within, your energy within, your passion within, your drive, your motivation, your, you know, the romance of being in love with yourself and life, like that was like non-existent almost. Like your flame was burning so low, right? But now it's here. Now it's here. And the masculine can feel this. There's this strong magnetization and pull because the feminine is, she's in her femininity. She's in her feminine energy. But there's like, I don't want to say a catch, but hold on. And it's funny too, because this is a fire, this right here is like a fire crystal, fire element. I forget what it is exactly. It's my sister-in-law. It's from my sister-in-law. So this is about your blooming, blossoming sacred femininity, sacral chakra, like everything's like opening. You're falling in love with life again, like me. Like, you know, I'm a very like artsy, creative, intellectual, like, you know what I mean? But the last, especially like in 2025, I completely disconnected from besides like my work, I was completely disconnected from my creativity. My inner child was suffering. My work was suffering. My creativity, like my motivation to create anything besides what I have to create on a daily basis was just gone. My drive was just gone like that. Because all my energy was tied up in my shadow. It was tied up in this dark night shadow. You know what I mean? And you guys, I'm saying that because I'm a mirror. If you're here, I'm a mirror for you, right? And so you were going through the same thing. Your fire was burning low. This fire is going to go out during this reading. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. It might burn for a little bit, but it'll burn low for a little bit. But this one is vibrant. This one is active. This one is burning bright. This one is dancing around and flickering and having fun and, you know, just very like, you know, connected with us right now and like flowing, you know what I mean? The energy's flowing. So that's your flame now. That was your flame. Now this is your flame. And whoever's watching this, you are definitely feeling this energy. You may like, because like right now you guys, well, I've also been fighting this virus, like this cold, whatever, like, you know, for almost 2 weeks now. And thank God it's finally like my oxygen levels are still pretty low and I get winded easy, but like the extreme coughing and the complete like congestion and like complete water, like, you know what I mean? Like that's all going away. And I know a lot of you guys got the same virus or whatever it was. And so, you know, but anyways, but my point is that my energy levels have been extremely low. Like, you know, I get tired very easily because of that. Like, but it's also because of it's because of everything I just went through over the last, I'm at 2 years. Last 2 years were very intense shadow work for me, for sure. I did so much past life regression work on myself. And that's how I know how to bring that healing and medicine and assistance and help to my clients, because it's my knowledge and gifts and healing tools from past lives also, but it's also because of what I've done on the work that I've done on myself, right? Just like you, the healer heals self first. This divine masculine, it's like they've always seen the divine feminine as this pillar of light, this beautiful energy over here, okay? But on a soul level and subconsciously even, the masculine, just like how the feminine feels, the masculine could also feel like, even because just like the feminine sees the divine masculine like as their higher self. Like they see them as like their higher self, their greatest potential. Like you see your masculine on that soul higher self level. And that's what you energetically say to this masculine, like always. And they feel that from the feminine, like, remember who you are, right? Like you're so strong, you're so beautiful, you're so powerful, you're just like amazing, this divine king. Like, well, the masculine does the same thing for feminine. Like, but see, the feminine's wounds don't let her see that. Okay? She sees, you know, it's like all the feminine sees, and that's what feminine has been healing and working through. All the feminine sees is the triggering of they're being avoidant, they're running, they're running from me, which is victim mentality, which is fear, which is from, you know, abandonment, which is from self-abandonment, which is from, you know, trauma and childhood and things like that. But anyways, so it's like, no, the masculine's like, no, I see you as like your most beautiful self. I see you like that too. So when the feminine in her everyday life, 3D life, like just going through the motions, it's like the masculine sees her full potential. So when she's not in her full power and in her full potential like that, he stays away because he knows that she is still working through wounds. And until she reaches that place, truly, I emphasize the word truly, because energy doesn't lie. So if you're not in physical union, or if you haven't had that breakthrough leading you towards a physical union, it's because you still have stuff to heal, or you still have stuff to release, or to, face yourself about, or admit, or release from the body, or heal, like in the physical vessel. Like, the masculine is just as spiritually in tune and intelligent as the divine feminine. So if the masculine hasn't showed up, it's because, one, yes, of course, they're probably still avoiding pieces of themselves. But listen, you guys are reflections of each other, especially if you're twin flames. If you're twin flames, it's even that much more triggering and reflective, because you guys are like identical mirrors to each other on a soul level. And that brings me to my point here. So let's go ahead and see what the card is for the blooming and blossoming. Expect powerful change. Yeah, okay. We literally just a few days ago, we're still in the energy of it. We just had a new moon eclipse. Literally, we just had the Aquarius new moon eclipse. What was it, on the 17th? Yeah, just a few days ago. And we know this, it was the Lunar New Year, it kicked off the fire horse, it was the new moon eclipse, like Saturn and Neptune went basically conjunct or whatever at 0 degrees Aries, which is like 0 point energy, which speaks of new beginnings. So very powerful alignment. And then the solar eclipse, we had a solar eclipse, and then the lunar eclipse that happens with the full moon that's coming up next. That's on the 3/3 on the 3/3 portal. I think it peaks at 3:33 p.m. or something. And, so there's all these like syncs to it. So anyways, powerful numerologies, powerful alignment, powerful activations, powerful healing, powerful clearing, powerful purging, all the things. And then not to mention the other transits, and not to mention the sun and the solar flares and the solar activity that's coming down into the earth grid. This new moon eclipse for this divine feminine was so powerful. It ignited something so beautiful within you. It took this little ember piece of, caca flame, and it ignited something powerful within you again, divine feminine. It was like a switch that just came in, and we flicked the switch on. Confirmation for what I just said. And then see, it goes perfect stillness again. So, okay. The masculine, no, they feel it. They're like, yes, my love. Yes, mi amor. I can feel you growing stronger. I can feel you loving I can feel that fire that ignited within you again. I can feel the fact that, my beautiful feminine, that you are going through this powerful change, and you can expect powerful change coming from me too, and on my end, because both of you guys are going through this powerful change, and it's new energy, new beginnings, new activations. That's what the eclipses do. They're powerful. They eclipse things out to eclipse things in. Yeah. So this is all about your beautiful, blooming, blossoming you. Okay? Now the other part of this message, because we're already 24 minutes in, and I want to wrap up, but the other part of this message, divine feminines, is, these journeys, if it's someone you're meant to be with, you will always circle back to each other. That's how things work. You never have to worry. You never have to overthink. And that's what I see so many of my beautiful divine feminine clients doing to themselves. And that's what keeps them stuck. And it's also this notion and clinging to this very distinct particular outcome only of my feminine clients go to me all the time. Oh no, Erica, I have surrendered. I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I've surrendered that up. Like, I send them love, but I'm good. And then that same client, like, will come back and be like, I just need to know what's happening with them, And I get that, because sometimes you just need some extra confirmation of what you're already feeling. And like, I get it, right? Because this is what I do for a living. But a lot of the times it's stemming from fear, actually. It's stemming from, okay, enough time has passed. Where are you? Like, I surrendered it up for a few months and I was good for a few months, but you didn't come back. So where are you? Where are you, masculine? And that is chasing. That is not surrender. That is not healed energy. That is not being fully in your power. That is not, being anchored in your feminine and masculine energy within. That is not trusting. That is not having faith. And it's also keeping you blocked because you're still clinging to a specific outcome with that person. And so you're also simultaneously, subconsciously saying energetically, I don't want anyone else, don't come near me. But then at the same time, the feminine will be like, oh no, my heart's open. My heart's open to whoever is meant to come into my life. But that's not the case at all. That's just their ego lying. But what's really coming on, or what's really happening, and what their heart is really saying is, nope, I'm holding out for them and them only. I want them and them only. That's my person, and that's my person only. And anyone else, stay away. That's the energetic vibe that the feminine puts out. So for a lot of you guys tuning in, you're not doing that. You are in this energy of expect powerful change, and you have balanced in a beautiful way your inner feminine and masculine. But there's also a good number. There's enough people here that need to hear this to where it came through as a message that I needed to write it down on the back of this envelope from, one of my bills or whatever. Okay? Divine masculine energy. So your inner yang energy. And if you are new here, you guys, I'm not a card pusher. I'm not a tarot reader. Yes, I read tarot cards. I can read tarot. And I use it as a divination tool, of course, as a medium to confirm and clarify and bring forth further energies, etc. But I don't push cards. So if you're like one of those people where you're like, I need readings with cards, I don't like all that, then this is not for you. I'm a channel. I'm an oracle. So this is what I do. I speak about what I see, and then I bring it down here. So everyone has yin and yang, right? So divine feminine, right now, so your inner feminine is igniting again and all these things, right? And it's beautiful because it's actually like this particular divine masculine, their inner feminine, like they're reconnecting with their inner feminine right now in a big way too. Okay? But for divine feminine, it's like she's coming back home to herself. She's coming back home to self again. Like she's reconnecting to her body. The body is the feminine and the mind is the masculine. And so you've been living in the masculine, in fear, in worry. Like you've been moving through all this stuff because all these things have been happening, because you've been closing out cycles. So like stuff has been crumbling, falling apart. You've been having just like resistance here, resistance there. It feels like everything working against you, kind of, you know what I mean? Like everything just like stagnant, not moving. Like that's where you've been moving through, right? Same thing with divine masculine. They've been moving in their own life, in their own ways, the same kind of stuff, right? So you guys have been both moving through this stuff. But Divine Feminine, that fire igniting within you again, since you're the true north of this divine connection, and for masculine too, like your inner fire being lit up like that, it is literally, it's like walking through a forest at night, pitch black, can't see anything. And then off in the distance, you see fire, you see a bonfire, right? And you can see it so perfectly because everything is pitch black. So of course you're going to see the light perfectly through the pitch black darkness. Well, feminine, you are that light. You are that bonfire for yourself and for divine masculine. So the reason why this is important is because this is all about your inner masculine, actually, for divine feminine. Your inner feminine is opening, and it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. But what's coming through is the divine masculine is saying, I can feel her fire. I can feel her passion. I can feel all this beauty within her. Like I can feel her igniting. She's igniting, and it makes me so happy and proud, and all these things, because she's igniting into this beautiful version of herself that I always saw. And feminine, same thing is happening with this divine masculine. So you're going to be saying this and feeling this already or soon about the masculine too. But at the same time, the masculine is like, but, right? Because the masculine is healing. They're battling their own inner, they're going through ego death. So all of the distortion, the ego distortion is, okay, like that's what they are, that's what they've awoken to. That's what they're moving through. They're going through, these masculines right here are going through massive accelerated ego deaths. Like, I have so much love and compassion towards my divine masculine twin. And, no matter what, like, because of our connection, like, we always feel each other, and like, we always have that connection. And so, I just tap my heart and send him so much love because, I know what he's going through. I know everything he's going through. He doesn't even have to tell me anything. I already see it. I know. You know what I mean? And so we have that, divine counterparts. Like that's, especially if you're twin flames, like, I mean, divine counterparts, you're going to have all that psychic connection and telepathy and all that. But twin flames, it's more, it's just different. I can't explain it, but if you know, it's like having a sibling who's a twin, like they could be living across the world, and if they break their arm, the other twin will feel it. They know something's wrong. Oh my gosh, they're in pain. Something happened. That's the twin bond, the twin telepathy. And, twin flames are obviously not siblings. They're beautiful, cosmic, divine, spouses. But it's the same thing. Like, we feel each other. We know when someone, we know when the other one is in pain, or, or if they're like rising and happy, and like, and that's another part of the message. And I think I'm going to do a separate, I'm going to do a separate message on this because it's like a separate download, but it does connect to this. This divine feminine, for a lot of you guys tuning in, actually, this divine feminine, she's been the ones who have been really like also healing the masculine and like anchoring in their masculine too. So it's like this beautiful yin yang balance that's basically like integrating within you right now. That's like creating this huge flame and ignition of magnetic energy and all that rebirth and new magnetism, new energy, new experiences, new people showing up. Like, you guys, like, take it from me when I say divine feminine is magnetic. Like, maybe you're not seeing it in your own life yet, but like just recently I have had all these beautiful men, like just out of nowhere and from like different places, and like, you know, sending me a message, or, you know, something even just nice, like, hey, like, I really enjoy your content, like, you know, just keep up the good work. Like, just even stuff like that, like, not like trying to like hit on me or nothing, but just like high vibrational, beautiful, handsome, got their shit together, divine masculines, you know? And so that's how the universe shows you, hey, Erica, you're magnetic, babe. You are magnetic, honey. And me, myself right now, do I feel super magnetic? No, I do not. I feel like this little flame right here, okay? But I know inside I'm that. I feel like that, but I know I embody that, okay? Same thing with you. But divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, for who this is for, you need to go in, please, and you need to connect with, you need to heal more of your inner masculine. Because on an energetic level, you're still chasing me to come in and fill the void of your wounded masculine, of your wounded inner masculine, and I can't do that for you. Just like you couldn't come in for me and fill the void of my inner wounded feminine. I had to do that. And now you have to do this. So this right here, because masculine is magnetized and drawn. But for some of you guys, there's a block, there's still a resistance there, which is keeping them away. And this is like the only thing basically keeping them away at this point. So this is very important, very important. What is masculine yang energy? In a nutshell, protection and resilience, strength, the ability, excuse me guys. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry, because yeah, like I said, I've been battling this virus, cold, whatever. Hold on, I need water. Hold on. Wow, as soon as even, I mean, yeah, like I've been sick, so this is kind of normal for me right now, which is why it's been hard for me to work or record or do anything, because I've been having these coughing fits and it's impossible to get even like a few words out. Hold on. You're doing a beautiful job of reconnecting with your inner feminine and all of your feminine aspects and qualities and attributes and embodiments and all that. But there is like this neglect and avoidance around your inner masculine. Okay, so it's like your inner masculine is, there's still wounds there that need to be addressed here. And that's what your divine masculine is coming through and saying. Like, they're saying like, I am the masculine. And you're still pulling on me to come in and to show up, to fill the void of your wounded masculine within. And I can't do that for you, my love. I cannot. I need you to do the work here. And then once you do the work here, it creates that beautiful energy that immediately puts you into the, excuse me, immediately puts you into the union timeline. Okay? So it's like you're already like in the timeline, like, okay, but like at this point it's like kind of far off. And so if you do this work, it will help bring it in. It's gonna create the magnetism that it needs to like yank it in and anchor it down for good, kind of a thing, you know. And again, keep in mind, you know, the masculine is working on their inner feminine and their ego deaths, and they're doing the same stuff. So that's why they're coming through, and they're like, I'm letting you know exactly why. I'm letting you know the resistance that I still feel with you. And it doesn't have anything to do with like your feminine energy. It has everything to do with your inner masculine and the masculine distortion and the wounds. So masculine energy is protection, resilience, strength. Masculine yang energy within you, your own inner masculine, which mirrors your divine masculine, right? Your inner masculine is a mirror to your divine masculine, okay? So masculine energy is the ability to make decisive actions while fostering stability and direction for themselves and for others. Basically, it's really like, yeah, it's strength and protection and resilience, and it's also like strategy and planning and execution and, you know, being very goal oriented and, you know, you know, making money and like, you know, that's all very masculine dominant energy. Okay. And we all need our inner masculine to do that stuff. And so it's like, because your fire has been burning low, your inner masculine has been very like blocked. And plus there's also just like from experiences and traumas and father wounds and all that, there's also still distortion and abandonment within the masculine. Like it's like you've been like operating in dominant masculine energy, but it's been distorted, like in survival mode masculine. Like I have to take action out of survival and desperation and I have to keep going. That's like wounded masculine energy. That's not how a true divine masculine would operate. Just like a true divine feminine would not be operating. We don't operate from a place of lack and scarcity and fear and all that, right? So you have to bring your inner masculine back into a place of strength and resilience and strength of, basically, you have to be your own safety and your own protector. So like, let's say you're a woman, right? Watching this. Do you feel absolutely, you got to be real with yourself. And even if you're a man watching this, this is for everybody. And it's for everyone. If you're here, this is for everyone. And we're going to wrap it up right now. But can you honestly say to yourself 100% that you trust yourself to keep yourself safe? Like, I feel safe. I feel totally safe. Like, I'm my own protector. I'm my own safety. Because on a subconscious level or even a conscious level, I don't know. But I think for most of you guys, it's subconscious. But for the masculine, they're like, I can feel that so strongly coming from her or him. And that's why they're letting you know. Just like feminine, you telepathically, energetically let masculine know. Like, you know, honey, this is what you got to heal. You know? So your masculine's coming through and they're like, honey, this is what you got to heal. Are you stable, feminine? Their masculine energy is stability. Think 10 of Pentacles kind of, right? Like, do you feel financially secure and stable? 100%. Like, not where you're like, yeah, I'm getting by. No. Are you cultivating wealth? Are you cultivating stability? Like, that's what the masculine energy does. You know? They create stability. They create foundation. They're the provider. Do you feel safe as your own provider? Or do you struggle providing for yourself right now? Or have been? Right? Where is your inner masculine calling to you saying, we need to step up and lead here. We need to step up and take action here. We need to make a plan and a strategy, and we need to start mapping out goals, and we need to start, you know, right? Like, so that's your inner masculine coming through and speaking to you. But because you've been exhausted, or because you just are more focused maybe on your feminine and intuition and, you know, connecting and spirituality and all that, that's all very feminine energy, even though masculine is obviously very spiritual energy too, right? Duh. But you know what I mean. Okay. So do you feel safe as your own provider, as your own protector, and your own safety? Okay. Because those are the big three things that are wounds for many, many, many women and men. But I'm talking specifically like more so like the women divine feminines, because this is commonality within women. And that's through ancestry. And I mean, I've seen it ripples way back, the stuff. So you're healing all that. So your masculine is literally like this right here is a golden ticket. Okay. Because the powerful change is already occurring within your femininity. And, you know, that's all like, and I don't want anyone to be discouraged. Because some of you guys are watching this and you're like, you know what? Like, you might be in a different place where you're like, yeah, like, my business is booming, or, you know, I'm very successful and I make a lot of money and I'm very secure in all these ways and da-da-da. You know, that's beautiful. And if you've also done the work over here, then that's a very beautiful recipe for Hieros Gamos union, which is divine union within yourself, right? Because we are our own beloved. Like, and that's another thing, like with this feminine fire igniting, it's passionate and creative and all these things. So there's like that's what I was saying. So like me, like I totally like disconnected from my like feminine, sacral, creative, artsy. Like I love like decorating my home, interior decor. I love making, like when you walk into my house, like you feel like, wow, like, you know, like because of my style, my decor, the way I place things and pictures and everything. That's all creative feminine energy. That's all creation from my womb, from my heart, from my sacral, from my passionate center. You know, that's my passion being expressed outwardly through my home, through decor, or through cooking. I love to cook. I'm a phenomenal cook. And it's like, yeah, I love trying new recipes and doing all that, but I'm a phenomenal cook with just creating my own recipes. I've always been really good like that. Like I take like all kinds of different like spices and foods and, you know, and I just know, and this is from past life also, because I've had past lives where I love to cook, and where cooking was like a big thing. But anyways, and I resonate with Goddess Isis like that, and many of you guys might too, because she was all about that. Like she loved like creating and cooking and like feeding like her beloved and her family and like, you know, her people, and like that was like, she loved that, right? Anywho, my point is that's all feminine energy and creation, and I was totally like, I just did not care. Like usually I'm like, I'll rearrange my, you know, furniture a couple times a year. I'll, you know, revamp the home, like do like, you know, revamp it when spring or when the new seasons hit or whatever the case. But like in 2025, I just did not care. You know, I love candles and making altars and bouquets of flowers. Like I want, like my home is living art. My home is a sacred space of living art that is an expression, an outward expression and manifestation in the 3D of what's within me. So like when you walk into my home, you go, oh my gosh, this is Erica. This is Erica, you know? Or you see my setup, you know, here on YouTube. This is all feminine energy and creation. I very carefully place and think of what I want and what crystals I'm going to place, because I want you guys to receive the healing energies and, you know, candles and fire and having the elements and, you know, like just everything. But I also in 2025 completely, because of everything that I was moving through, I went into survival mode for sure. My feminine center energy was completely like shut down, besides like my intuition and my gifts and all that. And my inner masculine has been suffering. And that's what I've been working on in the recent past, you know, recently, we'll say. So I love that this message came through tonight for you guys, because it's a powerful one. And I definitely, that's something that I have been working on as well. So do you feel safe? Do you trust yourself? Like, do you trust yourself to be in this world without a man by your side? And you're not saying, oh, I don't need a man by my side. What I mean is, that's what the masculine is saying. Like, I need you to feel strong and to feel safe and secure with self. I need you to be stable financially. I need, not like, you got to be rich. What that means is like, you're not living on a totally crumbling, shaking ground anymore. You're like, no, I've created some stability. Like, I'm good. You know? Like, at this point in You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. Like, so the masculine is like, I need you to be able to embody this and heal that too, you know, and then I will come in and then I will be that for you because I am that for you. But we have to be that for ourselves first before we can, right, with another. So anyways, yeah, I was not expecting this to go for a whole like hour, you guys. Hold on. Let's go ahead and pull a couple cards. So I hope that this helps. I know that it will. But you guys, powerful changes here. As within, so without. So Divine Feminine, this powerful change for you also is, it's a birthing portal of all kinds. This eclipse, like, see how this, it looks like a portal. So think of this like black hole, which is we know is the moon, but it's a portal. Think of the black like portal here, right, with this light around it. That is the portal that all of your new experiences and money and love and all these things, it's flying through. So that the new moon eclipse that we just had, the portal energy of it, like whatever, it's absolute freaking making it rain on you, Divine Feminine. And yes, this is a Divine Feminine reading, but like I said, everyone benefits who watches. Okay, so you've called it in. But as far as divine union goes, okay, this is something that needs to be worked on. And it's not a big deal. This isn't like detrimental, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've already done so much work, Erica. Like, oh my gosh. Like, no, it's not that serious. This is like a simple recognition of, oh my God, I just put this like thing over here, like that I wrote on. And then as soon as I put it over there, I see the numbers 99 and 1010. So angel numbers 99, 999, and 1010 are a confirmation for this. Especially 1010. Actually, both. And you know what other number? 123, 234, and then, or 1234. And then also, and that's been coming through very strongly for like over like probably like a month and a half. 888. 888 is going to be another huge one right now, or 88. If you're seeing 888 or 88, okay, this is your message. If you're seeing like, and I mean like crazy, like you're seeing it repetitive, like again, all the time. Everywhere you look, you see 888, 1010, 99, 999. I also just saw 66 or 666, which we know 666 is not the false church demonized very special numbers because they didn't want you tapping into the power of them. They wanted you to be afraid of them. Just like the number 13, Friday the 13th, they demonized it because it's powerful. They didn't want you. They demonized everything and they demonized God even. Like, I mean, they demonized it in the way of like, God is outside of you. Like you need to go, like you can't, like you're not good enough for God. Like you're this like, you know, piece of crap sinner and you need to like forget, you know, you need my forgiveness, you sinner. Yeah, okay. Anyways, you know what I mean? So here we go. By the way, bottom of the deck, random, because I didn't know what deck hello guys, this was random. I just chose this. I was like, what do I want to use? King of Cups. So Divine Masculine in this reading, and that's why. And look at that, 6 of Cups. This masculine, they see Divine Feminine as a miracle, as this angelic angel miracle. It's like, I can't believe I'm your Divine Masculine. I can't believe I get to be your Divine Masculine. Like it's like beyond holding you on a pedestal. There's so much love. There's a lot of emotions flowing. There's a lot of emotional maturity that is happening. It's and like I said, very quickly, very accelerated. But he is holding that Ace of Cups and he's got one foot on the ground. Like he looks like he's almost getting ready to get up. Okay. Like I just heard finally, like that's hilarious. He's getting ready to get up, finally. Seahorses could be relevant also. For some reason, I'm getting like strong ties to, like, this is just for some reason this moment. I use this deck all the time, but I am getting very strong Atlantis, Lemuria, like Poseidon, like, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of that stuff. So anyways, but seahorses could also be relevant. But this is a divine masculine with the 6 of Cups who is very much nostalgic, very much thinking a lot of conversations, moments, phone calls, like time you spend together. I'm also getting something about perfume or the scent, or like maybe even pheromones, but there's an extreme pull to the divine feminine right now from this masculine, because everything's aligning and integrating, and that's why this message is so important. So if you're still here at the end, then this is your message, honey. 55, 55, 5, 5, 5, 5. Kindred spirits. We've got the butterfly transformation. We've got sunflowers, which speak of like sun energy, like light, happiness, joy, bliss, power, like all these things, right? And then you have the kittens. The kitten represents also for me new life, but also protection. Cats for me are always protection. The bunny, fertility, new beginnings, like passionate chemistry between you guys. It could also represent pregnancy. But it's like both of your inner child is like super, like you guys are you guys are on a soul level energetically. You guys are feeling each other. Like, it's like you guys are together, but you're not physically together, but you're together. Because on a soul level, energetic level, like you guys are locked in. And that's another reason why, like, because of the work, especially the work the feminine has been doing, because all the work she does, it inevitably, like, it affects the whole connection, right? So this is a divine masculine that is very much wanting to, I don't know, let's see, what is this King of Cups thinking? Tell me more about the King of Cups and the 6 of Cups. I think they want to communicate. We've been getting a lot of wanting to communication, but it's about like something deeper. The King of Cups is not shallow. He's deep. Like he's deep. Okay. Like he's sitting in the ocean. Okay. Exactly. And then look, Knight of Cups. You guys, 11 here with the 4 of Wands. This is marriage, union, engagement, coming together, being together, starting a family. But it's a strong foundation. This represents home, stability, divine union, partnership, but it's like finding home within each other. Okay. You guys are maybe meant to have a child. There's a lot of children, like, see, okay, there could be something about 3 children, 2 children, I don't know. But there it is. And the dragonfly, you know what? Today, for some reason today, I've seen like 3 times, which I haven't been seeing dragonfly synchronicities, but today, very specifically, I saw 3 times stuff about the dragonflies. Okay? And fireflies. I even posted something in my Instagram stories about fireflies earlier. But I asked, like, what is he thinking? What does he want? Like, what is his intention here? And we get the 4 of Wands. Abso-freaking-lutely. This person, this masculine is very much missing the divine feminine. Especially because of how intertwined and like you guys are full-blown together in soul marriage union in the 5D. Full on. And that as above, so below. So below. This is union in the 3D. You're already here in the higher self D. Okay? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like, just pure, like, I want to tell you how I feel. That's exactly it. That's literally what I'm getting. It's very to the point and simple. I want to tell you how I feel, but my higher self is saying, or has been saying, don't, like, not yet. It doesn't feel right yet, because I'm still connecting and healing a lot of my emotional stuff, etc. And I know you're going through stuff, and you're, like, you know, finding your feet again, you know, coming out of whatever you just came out of with the World card. Huge cycle completed. There's a new beginning here. The universe is saying there's a new beginning here. This is the most powerful card you can get. Oh, there's the Star card. There it is. There's the alignment. There's the Star card, followed by the Chariot, the Fire Horse, followed by the Page of Pentacles. Some kind of message, communication that someone has been holding on to for a long time, but they never opened up and expressed anything fully emotionally, because it was always about their trauma, their breakups, their divorces, their pain. This was a very, very emotionally broken and wounded masculine. Okay? Like, for a lot of you guys, this masculine from day one, they felt not good enough for you. They felt like, you know, you're this, you know, goddess, this star goddess, and they felt like a womp, 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 like, you know, like a little, like I'm not good enough, like a little kid, you know, like a little boy who, like, looks at, like, a beautiful, like, woman, and they're like, oh my God, she's so beautiful, but I'm just a kid, you know, it's like that, right? So anyways, okay, that's what I've got. That's what I've got. Yeah, see, look, there's the block. And then look, King of Pentacles. And then look, Ten of Wands. This person, I will say just real fast, this divine masculine does realize that they're seeing through their own blocks. They're seeing how they themselves sabotage and block. And through that behavior and patterns, they create burdensome heaviness on themselves by, you know, by all that. So that's what I'm getting. It's like self-recognition, pattern recognition of self. I've been stubborn. You know, I am someone who's set in my ways, or I'm stubborn, or whatever it is. Like, but it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And so the masculine is like the horse, and the masculine is like, I know the feminine led me to water and I didn't drink. Okay. And that was on me, because now I see all the things, and now I'm ready to drink, honey. Okay. So there's that. All right. Yeah. See, I need to release these burdens. The Fool, Major Arcana. This is someone, okay, like when this person does come in with their inner strength, you know, when they do come in or whatever, they take that leap of faith. There's that transit of Saturn and Neptune. There's the transit right here of 0 point energy. 0 degrees in Aries right here. It's the Fool card energy. It's leaps of faith, new beginnings, clean slate, 0 point energy, all that. Anyways, when or if this divine masculine, right? I'm going to say when. I'm going to say when they do, which for who this is for, it's going to be before, probably most likely before the lunar eclipse. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot that's weighing on them that they want to say. A lot. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like one of those things where you both know it's been a long time coming. You both know that there's a lot that needs to be shared between you. But nothing about divine union is meant to be forced. And that's where people get it wrong. You know? And it might be bad for business, the fact that I'm saying this. You know what I mean? Because this is my living. This is what I do. Not, I don't just, but anyways. But I'm constantly, but I don't, my mission and my light work is to bring people into their highest versions of self, help them, and, in those ways. And so I'm constantly trying to help both masculines and feminines do that. Anyways, I love you guys. This is what I've got. I have to go because my phone is literally about to die. I'm going to upload this and I hope it helps. It's over an hour. Like, that's crazy. But this was like, I don't know. Powerful message. Because this right here, you have the World card and the Fool. The Fool's journey complete. The Fool's journey complete. You both just went through the world, and now you've graduated on a soul level. 0 point energy, clean slate, fresh start, says the universe. And now it allows the opening for union if free will goes that way, which in this message, it looks like it is. Okay? So anyways, have a beautiful rest of your day, you guys. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, hone in on your own journeys, Akashic, I do Akashic past life readings. I offer event session. And then also my specialty is the Akashic readings and past life regression work, and also my intuitive quantum healing sessions with clients. Those are insane, and so amazing. But just a couple days ago, Mary Magdalene and Yeshua came through to me, and they were like, this is something that the collective really needs right now. So, anyways, it was guidance. And I was like, you know what? Totally. Like, yep. So my Akashic sessions and my quantum healing sessions, those since day one have always been 1 hour, and the price is $222. Now I am offering them I'm offering 30-minute sessions for both. So you can book a quantum healing 30-minute with me, or an Akashic past life a 30-minute with me. And so it's like half the time, half the price. 30 minutes for 111 or 1 hour for 222. But a lot of you guys are really suffering with a lot of heaviness, density, old stuck energy. It's like you're trying to like clear and do the best you can, but it's a lot, you guys. We've never been through this on Earth before. We are experiencing astrology transits and solar flares that, like, honestly, like, most people alive have not experienced. Like, it is insane. Like, it's a lot. Plus the global unraveling, the false matrix crumbling, like, there's just a lot. And it's okay to free yourself and admit, I can't handle it all right now by myself. I need some help. I need some assistance. I need, someone who gets it. I need guidance. I need help moving this energy. I need help clearing blocks. I need help, healing ancestral trauma and finding the root of my pain and my addiction, or why my behaviors are like this, or whatever it is. So my gift as a healer in that way is like being like a human MRI machine. So I get right in and I scan physical, mental, emotional, and all your astral bodies. And I go in the auric field and I see everything. Okay, when you go here, are you having digestion issues? Blah, 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 blah. Tell me, like, have you broken out, or are you having like itchy skin? I tap into it all. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. None of that. This is not that kind of thing, but trust me. So anyways, that's new. That's the option. Now, I think that's it. Oh no, the other thing is I'm going to be recording a quantum healing workshop. Probably it's for 222 because tomorrow is 222. But I'll probably record the workshop on Monday. And then I will post it and provide a link, on how to purchase the workshop. So the workshop will probably be about an hour or 45 minutes. I will do I will be doing a transmission with Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, Isis, and Osiris, for the 222 portal, divine union, but also just really powerful, just straight up like energy. So we'll be doing a transmission with them for, like, we'll be astral traveling. We will be journeying, like all the workshops that I've ever done in the past. super cool experience, super healing, super all the things. Like, it's really cool. But before we do the transmission, I'm going to start the workshop showing you very, like, basically cord cutting, but like quantum cord cutting, like, and then also protection and shielding. And I'm gonna be sharing and teaching ways that I was guided and shown to create forms of protection by my light team, by like these ascended masters, my galactic family, especially my galactic family, my Arcturian, Pleiadian, Syrian, and Lyran family. But the shielding that I'm going to be showing you guys came from the Arcturians. It came from them. They showed me all kinds, but it's like a mixture. Anyways, because so many people are reaching out and have been reaching out to me, like, I need help. I'm under spiritual attack. Like, you know, I feel just like so depressed, Erica. I feel like, you know, I can't take it anymore on this earth. Like, people are suffering. And you guys, that's what I'm here for. So if that's you, I've got you. Please. And a lot of the times, people's wounds of not trusting, abandonment, things of that nature actually hold them back from going to healers. And they don't even realize it. Because it's almost like there's this, like, I don't know, but you know what I mean. So my point is that you're not alone, and I am here for you. And if you are called, then please email me. So have a beautiful day, you guys. I'm ending this message at 111. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching for a whole hour and 11 minutes. And I know this will help who it needs to help. And I think I'm going to put in the top, you know, I think I'm just going to do what a lot of people are doing, because for some reason on YouTube, and that's why you're seeing a lot of people doing this in the title right now, because YouTube, the algorithm or whatever, is filtering these videos out like crazy when you do titles like this. But it's the title, like, if this finds you before, so like today's February 21st. So it would be like, if this finds you before or on February 22nd, then this is for you, you know. Like, I hate like clickbait titles, but hey, the algorithm is freaking spitting them out. And honestly, this is a time sensitive video, so the title might be something like that. But I think, if anything, it'll say before the lunar eclipse. If this finds you before the lunar eclipse, kind of a thing. So I don't know. Anyways, okay, love you. Mwah.